Philip, I see you chatting there. How you doing? All right. Man, this need to get me a haircut soon. Trim the beard. Looking quite homely lately. Homeless, I should say, not homely. All right. Getting things together here. It should be fun. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and stick on some of these heat sinks real quick. And we'll start talking about what we're doing tonight, what I've done, where we're gonna go with all this. Because why not? Oh, not doing too bad. Just, you know, trying to find some content. It's not all Clipper lately. Other people are enjoying it, though. Had some good conversations about things. I'm learning a ton from doing it all. But I just need to get my sorry rear back in gear and do some regular videos because I have been so unmotivated to edit. It is the single most boring thing when it comes to creating content. Because, I mean, yeah, it's pretty boring to talk to yourself. You're talking to a camera. At least with you guys, I've got you guys kind of chatting with me. It's funner. But yeah, without it, it's pretty boring. And I really need to get back to making some videos because there's a lot of things I need to do before I move. A lot of things I need to get taken care of. Just haven't done it yet. So, but yeah, we will not be putting Clipper on this machine because I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with it yet, to be honest. But I did buy stuff for this a while ago. I said I was going to upgrade this machine, and I kind of just wrote it off and forgot about it for quite a while. So it definitely has been on my to-do list for a while. I just haven't wanted to do it. But you know what? Tonight we're just gonna buckle down and get some mods done. We'll see how much we get done in one live stream. I have no idea how much this is going to. Oh my God! All right, Brandon, I'll make you a gold bar just because you have the need to throw money at me. So donation goal, ad source. What's the thing called again? Uh, check LGX. How much we doing for this? We've done 100 so far. We'll set the goal to the end of March. And then Gruder. Start goal. Oh wait, end goal. How much do these things cost? Are these things like $200 for everything? Because you need this and you need the other bit of it. Just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it for 200 because that should cover everything. Done. That did not work at all. Full, done. There we go. We'll put that right up top. The Bondtech LGX. Whoa. I don't move me. Move this guy. Do it right there. So we're already halfway there. Right off the bat. There we go. Ryan, how you doing? Philip, how many FT5s do you have? Because I know you've had one for probably as long as I have. I was in shipment number, I want to say number 3 or 4 when the FT5 first came out. I got a lot. I got into on that one pretty early for my second printer. Pretty early indeed. All right, well, tonight we're going to go ahead and work on this. And another reason why I kind of wanted to work on it is because I'm in the middle of cleaning up my office, going through things. My pile of bins here is much, much less than it was. The wife helped me go through all the drawers. I've gone through this side here. Shelves are not done yet, but we're getting there. And as I was peeling through things, I pulled out all the mods that I had originally bought for the Anycubic Mega Zero. Now, when this first was released, it was $160, maybe $180. Super duper cheap, super affordable i3, and honestly, great printing results. I have all my test prints still sitting here to do the review on it. I just never got around to doing it because, you know, COVID life sucks. But I went ahead and bought some upgrades. So I thought it'd be fun to do a little bit of upgrades. Now, that being said, the Anycubic Mega Zero version 2 is now out. And it is $260, give or take. $280, I would say. Much, much more expensive. It does come with a heated bed, though, where this one doesn't. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to go ahead and slap on a super cheap 12-volt, 200-watt silicone heater. This has a built-in thermistor as well to it. This cost, I believe, $7 on AliExpress. I bought 2 of them because the identical brother to this one, except it's red because it's 24-volt, is on Master Crane. Here, the little $130 printer. So $7 of that went to a heated pad. So it's just a little one of those. I also picked up a slimline Meanwell power supply. So that is why I didn't want to go Meanwell, but it's the only slimline 12-volt power supply I could find. I did eventually was able to get one of those really small 24-volt power supplies that I was going to put it on Master Crane, but I didn't. So, but that's okay. We have already set to 115 volts. You can get this nowadays. Ryan said 120. I've seen this as low as $100. Oh, Philip just said that too. Actually, I think Brandon bought one of these for a friend of his for $100 when it was on sale. I think that was like the Black Friday sale. Their resin printer was like $120 and this was $100. And then their Anycubic wash and cure station was like $80. It was really cheap then as well. So it is a very, very cheap machine and super capable. It comes with a BMG knockoff. It does have a 4010 part cooling fan. Not a fan of that. And it does have a E3D style. Not E3D. It does have a Creality style hot end. Not a fan of that either. I kind of debated on changing that out, but for right now, we're not going to. We're going to leave that all as it is. The only issue I had with this machine, since I bought it, was the thermistor did go out, so I did have to replace the thermistor. Actually, I'm sorry, it was the hot end that went out. The heater went out. I thought it was thermistor, replaced that, still didn't fix it. The heater was had a loose cable in it, so I was getting thermal runaway. Well, I guess not thermal runaway because it wasn't heating up properly. It was like losing connection. So it would just die out. Replace the heater, it works fine again. So we have, for those, we have the heated bed, which you cannot use on the stock board. It does not have a MOSFET for the heated bed. So I figured, well, I have an external MOSFET. You could wire this directly to the board and have an external MOSFET directly connected to it. But I figured, well, if I'm going to go ahead and do upgrades anyways, I might as well throw a little SKR Mini E3 V2, and this does not quite fit. So I actually have a new case printing. I printed it out once, really, really stupid fast, and all of the little windows on the side completely failed. So I slowed it down a little bit, and we're printing it on the Mini now. This was on Megatron, and Megatron cannot print PETG that fast. with without proper cooling. So this was a bit of a failure on my part. But the new one is printing. It should be done in about an hour. So we have plenty of time to do a bunch of other work to this before we get to the heater. Yeah, so we're going to take this up to TMC 2209s, which is what is in the E3V2. We're not doing sensorless homing. We're going to keep with the end stops. We're going to keep all that as it is. We could change it, but not going to today. But yeah, these are much better little boards. I had a version 1, which I fried. That was no bueno, but it is what it is. So we are going to have to compile some firmware tonight, which should be super fun because we all know how much I love Marlin firmware. So we're gonna need to figure that out at some point. And then, as I was also cleaning again today, I actually found a bunch of heated beds and things. So not heated beds, but like build sheets. So this rep wrapper, this actually came in some filament I recently got. It's too small though, but I did find that. I found this, so I didn't even realize I bought this. I forget how long ago, but this is the Creality Ultra Base, basically. Never been used. This is still in the box here. Totally forgot I bought it. I think I bought it for the Ender 3 before I decided, or before Wham Bam sent me the flex sheet, and then Tim from TH3 sent me his flex plate. So that's what went onto those machines. So this guy is around. We could use this and forgo any type of magnetic build plate. This would be just clip right on and done. Shouldn't be that big of a problem. I do have a Wham Bam sheet from the Ender 3. I put a different one on that as I'm getting rid of it. And then I do have an extra magnet. And I have another magnet that's on this big sheet. This was from the BLV that I'm not using. Then I have the El Cheapo Ender 3. This was their polycarbonate flex sheet that came on the original Ender 3, which is pretty much junk. And then I have a Easy Flex system from TH3D. This is their smooth PEI version. It is double-sided. Well, one side has this. The other side, I have some Gecko Tech laying around. So I could put Gecko Tech on the other side of this and have a double-sided build plate for it. And we're just going to put the heated bed straight on the bottom of the build plate that's already here. This is like a composite type of glass. I have no idea how well it's going to, the thermal properties of it, how well it's going to work. So I do have some insulation foam tape that we're going to go ahead and put on the bottom of it to try and help push that heat forward and not lose any of the heat. Again, no idea how well this is going to work at all. Just kind of throwing parts at this thing. So Daniel's do Clipper. I don't have any Pi Zeros, and I'm not going to waste a Pi 3 on this, and I will be getting rid of this at some point, so there's no reason for me to put Clipper on it. So yeah. Adam, hey, how you doing? No, I did not get to work on the lighting yet. I have been at work and nursing my knee lately. I went and got an MRI of my knee today, so we'll see what the surgeon says after next week. He's off. It is feeling better. So I'm hoping this weekend Adam is working with me to get some new code onto the Raspberry Pi on Clipper to run the NeoPixels properly on the BLV, which would be super fun if we can get it to work. I just haven't tried any of his stuff yet. And it's also for peasants. Good idea, Aaron. Viking, how you doing? Just saw you there. Jim, how you doing? Yeah, Jim, I don't think I'll use the plate. I mean, again, this is the simplest thing to do. I also don't, so I also have a concern of I don't know how well the flex plates are going to actually hold on to this bed or the magnetic sheet. I don't know how that's going to work out. Yeah, I really don't know how well the magnetic part is going to hold on to the bed. I just don't know. So let's open this up. Let me know what you guys think. Should I just clip a flex bed to this? Should I actually put down a magnetic sheet and see if it sticks to this? We could try and rough it up a little bit maybe. Again, I could just use the glass sheet on here. See how that goes. But let me know what you guys think while I open up the bottom of this and I can show you all what it looks like inside. I did open this once just to confirm that there was no way to get the SKR Mini E3 to fit in there. I was debating on making an adapter for it, but that really wouldn't matter because on the side, I've already disconnected the fan. This is where the power switch right here is for the unit. So it runs off an external power brick, plugs in here, and you have your on and off right here. So I'm not going to have that anymore. For now, we're going to be direct wiring the power supply. So it's just going to be plug in, it's on, unplug it, it's off. Number one, I'm low on switches. Number two, actually, I might be able to get that to work. Oh, but that's gonna require some fancy footwork though. I do have a push button 120 volt button, but I don't think that will work without an SSR. So I'm seeing mag sheet, VHB tape. Don't have any VHB tape. So I think the mag sheet will stick on here. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so this is the internals of it here. And again, it's just got a little board. This board is insanely loud because it is these are A4988 drivers. That's like the one thing. If this had this board in it, oh my God, this would be insane. It would honestly be the one-stop machine. But also right here, you have the another 12 volt in. So instead of using the barrel connector, you can run 12 volt in here. It doesn't have the connector. The other one here is for the heated bed. But again, there's also missing right here is where the MOSFET would be for the heated bed. So you have to solder it in to the connection points here and here for the MOSFET, and then direct connect your heated bed to that external MOSFET if you wanted to go that route. I've seen one other person do it that way. But that was it. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and disconnect all this. Everything is labeled, so it should be pretty easy to put everything back in. Okay, I'm gonna reconnect the screen with this. Thermistor in there. Is it tied to it? I do. There you go. Take out the heater wires. Just like that, all that's out of the way. So my goal is, Philip's saying I have to have a switch. I want to have a switch, so I am actually working on right now remodeling the case that I'm printing right now. Because again, I didn't really plan ahead very well for this. So I'm actually show you guys that right now. So you're right, Adam, they should not be included. So this is the model. So I found this, I did not find this. Brandon found this on Thingiverse right here. And the guy printed it all in one, and it looks like absolute garbage. But he does include a step file, so he is a saint for that. The case is extremely thin and flimsy. Not a fan of that. So what I've gone and done is I've added an extra millimeter to all of the sides to include the top and bottom. This front plate here, out the front. The back I did not do yet. So let's just add a millimeter onto there real quick. And there we go. So that bottom plate won't fit exactly flush under there, but it's fine. It's a bottom plate. No one's going to see it. I also went ahead and added some fillets to these, or chamfers I should say, to all of these standoffs. Because on the actual model here, they are just, can we focus on here? They are just there. So I'm a bit afraid that those are going to snap off. They should have had fillets on them. I did not look at this before I started printing. Probably should have did that, but you know me, I kind of just, you know, run with things a little fast. But that's okay. So I added chamfers to all of that, so we'll be good to go. And other than that, it's pretty much the stock enclosure. But what I did is I split the model. I did that before I ended up fixing some of these. So what I need to do now is we just need to re-enable my sketch for it, which is right here. And then we're going to split that body with this line and hit OK. Now I can print this piece on this head just like this, no support needed whatsoever, great. And then this front piece I print on this face, again, no supports needed whatsoever, and they print it out great. So it just means that I have to print it twice and glue it together. I do have super glue and I do have some 3D gloop that I can use, which will work out well. Save that real quick. And actually, I did want to just color this. Makes it easier to see the two separate bodies for this. I also, because I extended this out a millimeter, I ended up pulling this back in a millimeter, added a chamfer around it. That way, I'm not inhibiting how easily you can get to the you can get to the SD card. Yes. I will do a remix of these. I will not do it on Thingiverse though. I'm pretty much done posting things in Thingiverse, so I'm transitioning everything over. I did transition everything over to Prusa printers. So that's what I'm using nowadays. Okay, so I just need to get this screen out now, and then we will disconnect the this case and go from there. The LCD out. Now we can go ahead and get a bigger ball head. And just like that, we have it removed. So yeah, it's a 12 volt, 6 amp power supply is what comes with it stock. Because again, 6 amps is more than enough for a couple motors, a heated bed, and 3 fans. Doesn't really need that much. So the Mini is just chunking away at these parts. And we are going to reuse this guy here with the included fan on there. So that's not a big deal there. Now, I guess let's take apart the bed. Move you guys up here a little bit. Zoom this out. There we go. So it's good to get the bed connected on. Of course, we'll have to re-level all of this. That's really easy to come off. So I guess it is aluminum, but it's like it is just straight up brushed aluminum. which is good to see. So what we're going to do here is, for now, we'll set this out of the way. You guys can see what's going on here. Adam, you want to talk about moving, man? I think I've got everybody who's watching this combined. I've probably moved more times than everyone here combined. But yes, moving does suck, especially with 3D printers. Making sure that they get packed appropriately is a big deal. So I'm just going to use some isopropyl alcohol to clean off this aluminum sheet to make sure that we get a good bond with the sticky side of the heated pad. That's the front. So our cables need to go that way. And all we're going to do is, this is not a big one. This is not full size. This was just super cheap. Again, this was $7. We're just going to get this right in the middle because 99% of people don't really print much bigger than that. And this will definitely have enough to move it around, but anything that's going to be printed on this is just fine. Our best to center this like that. And this already has a thermistor built in, which is nice. Okay. And then we're going to take some of our insulation tape here. So this stuff is rated up to, I want to say it was up to like 80C. Something like that. But it's just a type of insulation tape that's just basic enough for what we need here. Philip, I will. I will put a link down below in a minute. Just gonna get a piece that goes a bit further than this. A few strips of it. Now also, I don't really think you're going to be getting 80C temperatures with this bed. I mean, this is basically just to get PLA, and I mean, maybe with the insulation you can do some PETG on here. But that's going to be about it. I mean, it is a small amount to heat, so theoretically it could work. But, we'll kind of see what happens. Just doing this just enough to get our heated pad. I'm not doing the whole length of the bed because I think that's a little much. Four strips might make it. Four strips will make it. Nice. Now, what I'm going to do for the cable chain, I have no idea right now. I think we're just going to sleeve it and add a piece of nylon to it just so it can get there. But this will at least keep again, we'll insulate that bed just a little bit, help it, give it the best fighting chance we can to heat up well, and kind of go from there. Let me get that for you real quick, Ryan, or Adam, sorry. Where are we at here? It is Friday. What's up? No, hang on. You don't pause a live stream. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. 100 watt. Let's see. Looking for it right now. I think this is it right here. Yeah, this might have been it here, and I am not signed in. AliExpress started doing the affiliates banner, so I can, instead of having to go through weird ways, I can just get it. So let's copy this. Go to my live stream thing here, and then okay, Adam, if you look down the video description, you will see the link for the bed. It is, where are we at here? So it is $3, and it is 89 cents shipping. There are a few other ones on here, but again, this is a super small one. But this is the exact one that I bought. I thought it was $7. It's down to $3 now. It would have been $7 whenever we bought them. So yeah, they are really cheap, simple little things. This one said it can do, or no, sorry, that's 100 by 80. That's not the right one. Where's the 150 by 150? This one it? That's a 200 by 200. This one would work, but you have to get in the way of the things. Oh, 200 watts, $9. So a little more expensive now, but I'll at least put this down there. They are a little more expensive than they used to be, which is interesting. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. Aaron posted a link somewhere. Aaron, what you talking about? Oh, there it is. Go to site. Oh yeah, so mine is a little more powerful. This one is 160 watts. And they have 12 volt and 24 volt variants. But yeah, again, you can go on there, you can find different ones. Mine's just a little more powerful than that one. Well, Jim, with Streamlabs, just so you're aware, when you donate via Streamlabs, PayPal takes 3%, where YouTube takes 30% of tips. So that that just gives you kind of a breakdown on, if you do $100 to me on Super Chat, I only get 70. If you do $100 on the stream tips down below, I get $97. So there's a huge difference on YouTube's cut and the way that Streamlabs works with PayPal for their cut. It's only 3%. So it is a much bigger difference. For small donations, it doesn't matter a ton. But when people like Moses was dropping $100 via Streamlabs, yeah, it helps out a lot to do it that way. Okay, so we are at 70% on the box. So we're getting there. It's got, what, half an hour left? Yeah, right about half an hour, 40 minutes left. So we have this together now. I think we can go ahead and put this back on the printer then. Let's do this here. And let me change my camera. This one. Okay. Just side again. And then was it Adam that said it? So it's Philip. So it's also not just COVID, but a lot of the changes that our previous president had made with a lot of the trade and things like that really put a strain on ordering things from overseas, especially China. So you used to be able to get parts very cheap on AliExpress with pretty much free shipping through like ePacket or something like that. You can't get that anymore, and most printers, yeah, they sell for, you could probably get this for, around $100 on AliExpress, $120. But if you're ordering it from China, shipping is like another $300. I was just looking at that earlier today. And so that is a lot of the big issues right now with trying to order online, is just that's what happened in the agreements, and we're all suffering from that. So it makes it really hard to affordably order parts from China right now. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of sleeving. We're just going to go ahead and sleeve that. I think I have some thin stuff up here. Yeah, I do. This is pretty short, though. Oh, I have some smaller stuff somewhere else. I think it's downstairs, though. Yeah, because this is all the same size. This long enough? Let's get a little bit longer piece going here. This will do. So I actually got all of this stuff right here from the ANET A8 Plus build because it came with a ridiculous amount. And I didn't even use it all when I built the printer stock and I did the review. And then when I took it all off, I saved it because it's good stuff. I mean, it's good for little projects like this where you don't need anything crazy. And I'm either going to throw a zip tie in here or a piece of nylon. I might throw a zip tie in here. Let's pull out a zip tie real quick. So I think it was Gunner that gave me this tip of using hefty zip ties in these. Kind of this up to here. Just get this wrapped real quick. Yeah, and actually, so I really do like this printer also because the BMG on it is really good. This is actually the printer I stole the BMG off of because the one that came on the BLV MGN Cube, now Bumblebee, was pretty junk. So I was having a lot of extrusion issues with it. As soon as I switched to this guy, those extrusion issues went away. So I was very pleased with how well this one worked. But now it's back on here. So, because I got the other one for the BLV came in. All right, so I'm just going to get a zip tie. tie on that end so that it stays in place. So what we'll end up doing is probably just figure out a way to clip this here, because that is enough travel there. Figure out a way to kind of get this clipped. Maybe right down here. That'll be good. It's not getting caught too much on stuff, so that'll work out well. And this cable is like way too long, so we don't really need to worry about that. But I'll get out a P-clip in order to attach that down, or I think I threw them all away. I did have some leftover zip tie mounts, but I'm pretty sure I threw the rest of them out. I was like, I don't need these anymore. I'm not working on this build anymore. Famous last word, Shane. Well, yeah, here. There we go. Jim, that is shipping to the US. So it takes a while for that. Yeah, the China tax right now is pretty brutal. So I do have, Jim, what I normally use is where's that? It's in here. I don't feel like opening this bin up. But in here, I bought a very cheap roll. I think it was like $8 for 200 grams of Gizmo Dorks nylon 2.85 millimeter filament. And I've been using that for years now because the Prusa needed that. And I bought that for my original Prusa clone. For a small run, it generally works okay. But I've found that these zip ties honestly work better. Just because they're not as flexible. They're rigid, but they're flexible. And I've been liking them a lot. I actually used really, really big ones on the MGN Cube to keep that loom real nice and high and arced. So I think eventually this could get a 3D printed chain on it, but for right now, this will definitely do what it needs to. Definitely. So probably end up stealing the 8 gig card out of this. But now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and mount the power supply. And how I'm going to do that is it's going to go right here in this bottom cavity. Switch to here now. And I'm going to use 3D printed parts. So I printed these a while ago. These actually came off of the HE3D K280, that giant Delta that I had. This is what I used to mount the power supply in there because I didn't like the way that they did it. And this will work out perfectly for me to just put it on here. I can even do, and go up here with it. Yeah, I can put it right like this and we clear everything, or I can put it on the bottom and it won't clear that way. So we'll put it on the top this way. It shouldn't be a problem though, but I do need to drill these out because those ones had sacrificial layers in them. And also make sure that my drill bit fits easily in there. Or my bolts, I should say. Like 5 millimeter. Funny story, a couple weeks ago, I actually broke my 5 millimeter drill bit, so I had to just order a single one off the Master Car. That hurt. Ooh, that's a not great sound. Ow, come on. Need a vise. Okay. Those drilled. I took it apart. The extrusion is right here. This extrusion is what's becoming Optimus Prime. So it was all for a great cause. I got to recycle the power supply for a build, recycling all the extrusion for a build. All I had to do was throw away the injection molded Delta parts. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these mounted onto here. I believe these are using M4s, so I need to take out my screw tackle box. M4s. Just use some short button head ones. We should do the trick here. Okay. Might need to use some 10 mil ones. But that's okay. I need to get these onto here first. And we're going to probably use some M5s, I guess. Got lots of those. Pens are a bit short. We're going to have to use 12s, I think. Yeah, I have to use 12s. And we need T-nuts. Which I need to order more of because I'm actually getting low on M5 T-nuts. I think going with just 2 should be fine. In the top, I think could be okay. There, and thankfully, again, this is really not that heavy. These were holding up a full-size power supply without any problem at all. So holding up this smaller one, also not a problem. 2 5s in there. There for now until I get the spacing down. Into that side. So 2.5 mils, okay. Line these up. I was going the right way. And tie this side in here. Now the only thing to do is to print a little shield, basically, for the exposed terminals, which I will do that at another time, and that way we can have all of our mains connections hidden away, which is what you want. Okay, and there we have our power supply mounted underneath there. Nice. Whole bed can move without hitting those. I mean, it's close though. Looks like, I guess that's about 5-6 millimeters clearance. Not too bad. Man, this thing was so smooth. Yeah, I mean, it's not, honestly, it's only flexing by a few millimeters. It's really not. Yeah, I mean, it's really not going that much. But yeah, with a foot, I mean, we're up, well, we're probably a good 8 millimeters off the ground there. So, yeah, something like that. It could be worse. But I will call it a win because it is a win. Okay, we can put these away for now so I don't knock them over. Okay, so let me show you guys the button, because I don't know if it'll work or not. Where is it at? All of those. Gee. Put those bag of switches. They didn't fit where I wanted them to go. I had to put them somewhere else. And somewhere else is right here. Of course, I'm making a mess of all the work that I did yesterday to clean up this stuff. So, this one? Nope, no, not that one. Where's that little stubby guy at? There it is. I think the problem is it's not latching, so it's not going to work. Yeah, it's not latching because this is meant to trigger an SSR. It's 110, 220, but it doesn't actually go. So, let me see what other switches I have. Don't know if I have anything else that can do 110 volts. I had a power socket that I got rid of, but I didn't have a switch for it. I had one from my old G-Tech printer, which I kept for, I don't know why so long, but I kept it for a while. And yeah, so in here is just robes. Check the electronics. I'll see you later, Aaron. Windows and things. Power sockets there. I think these are just 12 volts. This says it can do 125 VAC. $12 amps. How much is this power supply? 15 amp, isn't it? You can pull 6 amps, it says. Outputs 29 amps, but it only pulls 6.8 amps at 100 volts. Only 3 amps at 200 volts. So would this burn up or not? There was no switch. The original. The original switch is hardwired, is hard connected to their board right here. So that's their switch right there. But it's actually meant to work there. This is 250 volts, 3 amps. So this should definitely work then. And this is, that's loud. So this is 12 amps, 125 VAC. But this should work out just fine. Should is famous last words, right? Time, yeah. I'm gonna order some more IEC power plugs. I think I'll order just like 2, just so I have a couple spares sitting around. But what I can do is I can just drill this into the side and have it go there, because this only needs to do the positive. I just have to have the positive on 2 of these terminals. The negative can go straight in, but this is just going to switch off the positive. Yeah, this would be fine. So on this one here, I think I'm just going to drill a hole right here in the back of the thing. Actually, I don't know if I can do it there. I don't know if it'll fit. Figure out some way to get this to fit in here. I'll end up modeling into the final version. Yes, I mean, yeah, these really aren't fused. I mean, when was the last time that you blew a fuse in one of these by over pulling them? I mean, we're talking small loads here. Let me just think. Do I have another? Might have another one somewhere. Let me look up here real quick. And in the wall of parts, so I have switches. I believe these are all low voltage switches. Yeah, these are all 15 amp, 12 volt little guys. None of those are meant for this. And those are the only switches I have up here in the wall of stuff. Oh, I need a P-clip. I just need a little one. That'll do. That'll do, dragon. That'll do. I need an M4 T-nut. Little M4 bolt. Make this work. Need that a little bit later. Dave's here. How you doing? I mean, it's a Meanwell power supply. I don't know if these, I mean, they are fused. We are using a genuine Meanwell, so I don't know. Again, for right now, if I just have to wire it straight into it and unplug it to undo it, I'm kind of okay with that until I can figure out a 3D printed option and order one that I can mount over here on the side or something, or somehow model it into the next version of the case as another option. So yeah. Why I printed this in PETG. It would have been just easier to do in PLA, but PETG sometimes you got a little bit of wispiness cleanup to do. Just a smidge. Make sure I have a nice clean edge for the glue up, which thankfully with 3D Gloop should be quick and easy. That's the ABS. Where's my PLA at? There's PLA here. The one there? Yeah, okay. I've actually had my last jar of PLA dried up on me. Or actually didn't dry, it evaporated, which was crazy. Payday Friday. That's always a good day. Speedy Gloop ready to go, and that's what's going to glue this up. It's PLA. I'm using it on PETG. We'll see how it works. I think it's gonna be good. We're gonna just drill this guy in here. So let me go get a step down bit real quick, which is gonna be super fun because I'm probably just gonna end up cracking these. All right, we're not gonna try to do that. I'll just model it into the next version because the walls are too thin and these are just gonna crack. What else can we do? Oh, let's go ahead and clean up this build plate a little bit more. Let's get a magnetic sheet on here. So we're going to rip out one of the more dangerous tools. The other putty knives that I have. Spatulas, we're going to call them. Make sure we get all of the previous prints off of here. One thing I did actually print for this, so I believe it was last year. When was it? Oh, that went the wrong way, Shane. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I printed my daughter's teachers last year some nameplates, a Harry Potter theme. Kind of went perusing on Pinterest, see what people had, and then designed it from there. And I printed them on here. They came out really, really well. I was impressed by them. Teachers liked them, so it's a win-win, right? We need a piece of paper towel. I'll throw some IPA on here, get it clean. A little bit of leftover, like skirts and stuff that get stuck onto these textured sheets. It shows me where those are at. So let's go ahead and put on here. Trim it down. A little bit big for this. It's fine. Worked out rather easily. Backside's good. And then we can just take, again, any one of these sheets, move the whole printer without it moving, so I'd call that a win. Have to make sure it's center though, because otherwise it wants to hit the uprights. Hot dog, look at that. Oh, I realized you guys are on the wrong screen here. So anyways, now I'm going to go ahead and let's just wrap a little bit more of this. And then actually we're going to keep wrapping. I want to go all the way into the enclosure, but all the way forward's there, back is there. To push this in a little bit more. That insulation a little bit. Now when I do this, it stays a little bit more straight. I like that. Right here. We're gonna go there. We need shorter M4 or some washers. That's what we need. Shorter. Oh, this will do nicely. Fives. These are M5s. I don't want an M5. M5s are too big. It's just got a proper sized M4. Ugh. Why'd I got to do everything proper? The zip tie through here. This guy. just like that. That works out really well. And then we have a little bit left here. We can take it into the control box. And then we'll snip it down to size. Hey, Llama. All right. I like it. I love how smooth this machine is. It's way smoother than a lot of other machines. Also, a little bit dusty, isn't it? What do I do with that? There it is. A little bit clean in there. Their aluminum parts are textured, so they really hold the dust. I've noticed that. And their extrusion is also a little more textured. At least this lower extrusion is. But yeah, okay, there's that. So Brandon just he's donated a little bit. He sold a graphics card to a miner. Have some extra profits. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Chris Travis, how you doing? Hello, hello. Okay. So now, how's this print doing? Too shabby. We've got says 14 minutes left, probably a little less than that. I was just going to do something else. I guess we can take a look at firmware while this is finishing. We'll turn my fan up out there a little bit. Extra airflow in here. It's getting a little toasty. So let's play with Marlin, which I've not done in a while. Which means we're going to need to get download the newest version, I guess. So latest release. I guess we'll do bug fix. Where we at? C, D drive, GitHub, Marlin. And we're gonna call this. This is the Mega Zero. And we have open this up, pull it into here. Well, Adam, again, I'm not using a Pi 3 on this, so we're gonna have to go with Marlin for a little bit. And remember how to compile Marlin because it's been a hot minute. It'll take it, but it's not gonna take that long. We're gonna import this. Oh dear, where I put this at? Can't do that. D, GitHub, Marlin, Anycubic Mega Zero, Marlin bug fix. Open, import. Oh. This is the Mega import. There we go. We can close that. Marlin. And we've got configuration here. And now to go through this. Scott release an auto build. I don't know what you're talking about, Philip. There's an auto build thing? Figure. Install. Tools. There's some type of auto deal? Yeah, Daniel, I know that, but then I have to like make sure they're all connected, and I'd rather just use Pi Zeros for $10 and do it. I think I have it in here. Yeah, right here. So auto build. It's the older Marlin that I just downloaded. This is 2054 from July. No. Yeah, are you supposed to change any of these? I think I still need to do it all in here. So let's just go through here. So this is the mode. Keeps your port at 0. That's fine. 500. So the board is right here. $200mm. That's pretty good. SKR Mini E3 V2. Do that. Would I do the board in front of it or no? Yeah, I think I'd take the board off. So BTZ SKR Mini E3 V2. So there's that one extruder, 1.75. Do. No tool heads, no mixing extruder, no PSU control, blah, blah, blah. Temp sensor 1, just the generic, 100K, that's fine. And I'm pretty sure that's what the bed is going to be as well. Do one for that. default dummy values, that's fine. It's fine. Min temp 5. The heater, we'll just do 255 for that. Max bed temp, let's just do 105. Never going to go that high, but that's fine. PID is enabled, which is good. We'll PID tune this at some point, and then we have to do the PID for the bed temp. We can PID tune that later as well. We're not doing a chamber. Yeah, Clipper is quite amazing. And again, if I had a Pi Zero sitting here, I would 100%, well, not 100%, I might check on it. But thermal protection is on. It's not a Core XY. We're doing X, Y, and Z min plugs. Over the end stops. We'll keep all that the same for now. These are TMC 2209s. For X, Y, Z, and E. That's what's on this board, right? These are 2209s, right? Or are these 2208s? Oh, come on. Two nines. Okay. Sorry, I just had a quick brain fart there. I was like, are these sure these are? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. No noise threshold. Never want to stop. Fine. This is a. These are what, 430? And then 80, 80, 400 for the lead screw, 80 for X and Y. That's fine. We're going to leave the feed rates, accelerations, all that is defaults. That's fine. We can adjust all that later. E-jerk, yeah. S-curve. Z-probe uses Z-min end stop. That is correct. We don't need to change any of that. We don't have any auto bed leveling on this, so that's fine. Let's see here. Do a smart effector? No. We're not doing sensorless probing. We're not doing sensorless homing. No probes to worry about. No multiple probes. Clearance, junk, don't care, don't care, don't care. We're not inverting anything just yet because we need to see how it goes. Okay, so this is 230 by 230. We'll have to figure out the X and Y min and max because we'll call X like -2 and then Y is 0 pretty much. Y is at 0, so that's fine. The maxes can be as that, that's fine. Z, this is what, 250 on the Z? $220, $220, $250, that's what it is. 20, 20, 50. And stop junk, blah, blah, blah. Ready that. Bed leveling, don't worry about that. We need to find LCD bed leveling. Nope, don't care about that. I guess we can do this. And add that to it. We'll do the manual probing, that's fine. That's fine. Z-safe homing. We'll enable that. About bed skew. All right, we need to enable EEPROM. And then we need to do PLA and PTG. Okay. We're doing nozzle part purpose. We can be able to pause, leave that at defaults. That's fine. We're not doing nozzle clean. Nozzle clean. Per dot stump. Nope. Print job auto start. That's fine. Print counter. I like that. We don't want password. Okay, LCD. So what is the LCD for this guy? This is their own Anycubic Mega Zero LCD V3. It's an LMC 12864Z. Okay, what in the world is that going to be? So we're English. Let's see if that's in here. 12864. That's probably going to be the MKS Mini. Or that's a full graphic. So yeah. And then wait, we're gonna go back up here real quick. That was way down there. We skipped a bunch of settings. Okay, so we need SD support. We don't need SD support because there's no SD card on here. Steps. Or actually, wait, no. That's fine. Direction, we'll leave that the way it is. We don't want to reverse anything because we don't know how it's going to go. Individual homing access menu, yes. Speaker buzzer, yep. And that should be it for configuration. So now we go configuration advanced. Don't know we need to change much anything in here. We need to set our voltage. What do you send me here, Brandon? I just configured mine. Maybe I'll use his serial ports for it. He's doing this as serial port 2, neg 1. $100. Oh, we do need the board there. SKR Mini E3 V2, that's fine. Oh, I didn't do custom machine name. This is the Mega Zero. Yeah, that's good enough for that right now. Here's his configuration advanced. So if we go down here, temp sensors, then the thermal protection stuff, heated chamber, no heated chamber there, thermal protection. Yeah, so it's 40. So this is the auto off deal, which we like that. Hysteresis 4, that's fine. 20 seconds, it's good there. I'm not doing PID fan. We're not doing, are we doing auto temp? Yeah, auto temp's enabled by default. Yep, that's fine. Timeout. No. Into auto timeout, are we? No. Okay. Let's see here. Controller fan. There's no controller fan on this board. That sucks. Is there? He's doing. I guess there is. Is there a controller fan on this board? There's two fan 0 and fan 1. I guess one of those are. And the case is finished, so hot dog. Oof. So it's going to use that pin. That's fine. Okay. Here. So scaling, don't worry about that. Auto fan, -1. Okay, yeah, so we can hook that up there. Those case lights, that's kind of cool. We're gonna have case lights for this. That would be cool. No, we're not doing any dual steppers because there's only one stepper for everything, and Z is also it's a single Z, so that's fine. We have one Z driver again. There's the one Z lead screw for that. My goodness, blah. Again, we're not doing sensorless homing on this. We're just going to keep with the switches. We're not doing Z stepper line. Again, only one Z lead screw. Can't do Z stepper line. Okay, we're not inverting anything right now. Frequency limit, no. No backlash compensation. Mac with access, no. All that stuff is just too. That's just too much. Microsoft is set to 16 for everything. It's fine. Yeah, LCD stuff. I think any of this matters right now. All the LCD stuff should be fine with the way we have it. Don't need to change anything. I do want to have. I think this is where I do the scrolling deal. Yes, I like to see that scroll, and then that's fine. Her percentage of print is good. Okay, again, SD support, it's not going to matter because we don't have the SD card there. So nothing we can do for that. We're using the SD card right on the actual board. So not ideal, but hey, I don't want mine sorting alphanumeric. I'd rather it just sort by when something was uploaded to it, which is good. We want to do scroll along file names, definitely. And then long file name host support helps out. Stop by mistake, fine. No flash drive support, anything like that. Flash drive on this thing. We're not worried about the bootloader stuff. And that's the end of the SD card stuff. Okay, so don't need to change anything in here for that screen. All that remains defaults. Yeah, nothing there. Classic UI stuff. Don't care about that. Baby stepping. Can we do baby stepping on this? Yeah, we can. Okay. So we're going to define baby stepping. And then we want to double click for baby stepping. This will just help come off by just a smidge. Instead of doing the screws, I can just adjust manually real quick. So we're not doing anything with Z probe offset because we don't have a Z probe. So that's cool. We're not doing linear advance right now. Well, probably at all. I don't care for linear advance at all. It is so loud. It just drives you crazy with these type of machines. Thermal protection's already all done and taken care of, so that's good. Buffers, nothing here we need to worry about. All this default is perfectly fine. I guess we can put in 32 on here. We have a big enough board. We have the space for all of this. I did have to change this on, I forget which one I was doing. But I had to up those just to really get things to work properly. Protection, fan speed stuff, firmware. Where's the TMC stuff at? So tool change, don't care. Advanced pause. We do want this enabled so that we can pause. This will also enable to do things like M600. If you don't have advanced pause enabled, then you won't be able to do filament change. So if you want to change colors at a Z height, if you don't have advanced pause enabled, you can't do M600. So they kind of go hand in hand with that. Just verifying what his settings are, mine are here. Wow, it's good. TMC stuff. So this is the 26 series. Has Trinamics. Okay. So we do need to set our currents on here, and we will dial these down a little bit. So I'm going to do 600 on X. And we'll do 600 on Y. Could be plenty. We're going to do Z probably is going to stay at 800. What did he do his? He lowered his down too. All right, we can do Z 600 as well. We can always come back and change these later, or should be able to change them via the LCD. If I ever just want to like keep it at this, then I'll need to go back later and change that. We'll do 650 on E. That should be it for that. X, Y, Z. So 0, 2, and 1. E0 is 3. Self-chop is fine. That'll automatically happen, so we can let that go. I do need to set my voltage here, which already is set to 12 volts. If I had a 24 volt power supply, I need to put 24 volts in there. Where we at here? Okay. Again, he changed his 24 volts because he went 24. Again, I'm going 12. So we're good to go. Thresholds, that's the same. Stall guards, it's all going to be default there. Not changing any of that. TMC advanced. And I think that's going to be it for here, because now it just goes into IC2 bus stuff, laser, none of that, none of that, none of that, CNC stuff. Joystick stuff, yeah, none of that we care about. Let me make sure I set my max extrude length. I think I need to go back and change that. Because if I have my load at 400, I didn't set it that high. Yeah, max lengths need to change that. So yeah, so we'll change this to 600. Otherwise, when we go to load and unload filament, it'll just error out. We don't want that. Okay, so let's save that, and let's, oh, we need to go to platform.io. I don't need to change this, do I? Or no? I do need to change it to this. To that. Now that should work. Okay, so we save this. Let's go ahead and hit build and see what happens. While that does that, all right, we got this part here. Tiny bit of, little bit of booger in there. Build or what? Yeah, it's a building. I just can't see what's going on. I usually can see the deal for it. Huh. All right, we'll let it run for a minute. See what happens. Where are my snips? There they are. So the Mini handles fine details better than Megatron does, which is sad, but I'm kind of okay with it. We failed. All right, what did we fail on? That'd have been too nice if it would. LCD bed living, mesh bed living, bed living. Okay, so we need to turn that off. Hey, it built. All right, second time's a try. That's kind of a record for me, I think. Trying to get this initially glued together here. Okay, so we can now go into here. IO, build there, and there's our firmware. And we can grab that and steal the 8 gig card out of the other one, since 128 megs is not very much. And we're going to copy that to here. Delete all that. Paste that there. There we go. I'd say second try is not too bad for me. Not too bad for me at all. So we just need to do this side here now. I love how fast this stuff dries. And it's pretty thick, so I can kind of double up on some of my joints here. Had to try would have been pretty good for me. But this is a simple build. I mean, there's nothing crazy about this board or anything, so I'm just glad I could actually like get it open and remember a bunch of it. No, Adam, it's okay. I am not good with Marlin, and if people have been watching me long enough, they know that I am not good with firmware kind of at all. So, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting pretty good with Clipper, to be honest. I think people would agree with that as well. All right, well, that's about finished setting up. We're going to go ahead and install the board in here. Print holds up. This thing is so flimsy, though. I think it kind of has me worried a bit. It's just how flimsy the print is because the guy made the wall so thin. My version will be a little more stout. I think I am getting better at Clipper tomorrow, but I've just been. It's what you spend your time working on, and I've spent the last few weeks really heavily invested in Clipper. I still do need to keep in touch with Marlin though, because when I get printers to review or work on, I still need to be able to fashion up a firmware for them if I need to. I don't know why this thing has 5 flipping bolts to it, but we're just going to put in 4. I think that's enough. Should be enough. And then the LCD screen is here. Now once I put the metal bottom on this will definitely give it some strength. But it's still flimsy. And it doesn't help that I printed it in 2 parts because I wanted better print quality than what the guy got who designed it. And 2 parts is definitely better. I also might go ahead and design some type of tab so that when you link it back together, you have a better surface area to glue it. I think having tabs would be a good idea. LCD. The right size though. These thread in. They bite, but definitely are easy enough to put in there. Okay, well there's our new case. Got that in there so far. So now we can reuse these M5s that came with it. Go ahead and hook this on, and then we'll flip it over and we'll start wiring. That, and this one goes in the front. Okay, we need some space here. Okay. You think he will, Adam? Okay. So now we can go ahead and start putting on everything. So we've got our LCD cable. Goes there and there. And then let's do this punch first. So we have our Z end stop, our Y end stop, Z motor, so we're going to do ZA, and then our Y motor. So this does have two headers here for your Z if you have a board that or a printer that does that. Router goes here. X goes here. We've got a couple things here I'm not remembering. So here is the X end stop. And then we have our heater, and there's our thermistor for TH0. Sorry, my head's blocking. So this is just way up here in the corner. There's our thermistor. We've got our heater, which let's put some ferrules on that real quick. It'll make installing it much easier. And then those are going to go, I don't know where. Let me pull up the schematic real quick. Mini E3 V2. Schematic. Router is that little guy there. Again, apologies for the head in the way, but it's hard to see. There we go. That's really hard to get in there. And then, okay, so I don't know which of these fans is which. So I have one labeled FO. What is FO? Let's see if I can look up the directions for this. Of course, there's no manual. Trying to find this manual real quick so I can see which of the oh, here we go. Here? No, that's not it. So I guess E0 is just going to be the F0 is just going to be the front end fan, which is going to be fan 0, I'm guessing. And then part cooling fan is going to be fan 1. Sure. Okay. Well, that's everything. The only thing to do now is wire in some power and the heated bed. So let's get this wrapped a little bit more here. Man, parents with the solid burn of my gray hair. Holy heck, how you gotta do me like that? Just means I'm getting old. There. So we need to get out crimpers. I need to crimp that, but this right here for the bed, we're just gonna go give ourselves a little service loop in here like that. And we'll put ferrules for this. I do need to be careful because the this has the same color wires as the hot end does. I'm gonna already cook the hot end up, but it's something to remember if you're building one, or if you're doing more of a modification like this, like I am, that you remember which your wires are which, because they can get mixed up quite easily. to the extruder. The bed goes in this one right here. This side. One. Oh, nope, missed it. There, we got it that time. All right, let me get out the dreaded JST connectors, and we'll get that done. So we need these. Crimpers. There we go. My parents aren't wrong. It's just, yeah. You got to do it on the internet like that. You got to call me out. Need a 2-pin, and we're just going to cut like here. These to go on. First try. Every time I crimp wires, I think of my dad, as he was a industrial wireman his whole life pretty much. I did construction too, but I mean, he did this stuff blindfolded half the time. Those are good crimps. In all the way. Okay, and then THB for heated bed. That is in there solidly. I am going to get out a small M3 because now that I'm pulling on that, I can feel that that corner does need to get supported. Put in the last screw for this corner. It's a little hard to get to. This last hole, of course, is not lining up. Huh, it's not lining up in there. Oh well. Let me get out a just salvage some heated bed wires off some old heated beds that I just got rid of. So we'll reuse these guys. Why would I give? I don't need power here. They just like to come watch me. Black ones, maybe? One size down from black? What about orange? Does orange fit? Oh, orange it is. Getting just that nice snug fit for barrels. Want it to be nice and snug on the wire. Not a lot of extra space when you crimp it down. It likes to hold on. All right, now where's our positive negative on this? Of course, it doesn't say. So then is away, ground is near. Voltage is away, ground is near. Let's hope it's right. One at a time, one at a time. Voltage. And then, I mean, for now, I don't really have any fancy way to like get this there, but I need more. Need to get some terminals. We don't have a great way to manage that cable. You know, I'm gonna use a P clip or something and try to get it there. This is actually just long enough too. Sweet. A pair of crimpers. Color. Okay. Now we need a Phillips. Terminal. Sub terminal. Now that's gonna be under there like that. And then again for power, wish I had some different way to do this, but I don't. Also, is there a there isn't. So I need to pull out a splitter. What I need a splitter. Where did I put those at? I need because there's no other hookup for the other fan on here, so I'm just gonna split the other one. That'll be better. I think it'll be better that way. Jared, what's up, dude? Where did I put that? I just had them. The fans. I think I still had one splitter left in here. Then what's one here? Take it out, which I might have. All right. How was? Can you hear me now? Are we okay now? Well, I'm busy. I don't have time to read the comments all the time. My goodness. Although I say that, I can only. I've always said this. I can't imagine, like, especially, man, I was watching one of Nero's stream recently. Having like 300 people in there. My God, it's got to be crazy. A lot of chat to manage. But hey, that's what we have mods for. And of course, I don't think either of mine are here. I'm not putting terminals on these because this is just temporary solution. I don't want to waste terminals. Brandon, I'm always here. Always quietly here. All right, let's see if we blow anything up, all right? We just did a basic, complete rebuild of this machine for the electronics. It boots! Waiting for the screen. If I pick the right screen, I don't even know. The fan spun for a second, turned off, so we're initiated. But still no display. So let me verify in that thing that Brandon sent me. What CD did this guy use? Because I kind of guess. He used the CR10 stock display. Okay. Didn't think that would be it. I used. And let's build this. Turn it off for now. Make sure it did update. Okay, it did update to current, so at least we know the board is working the way it should. GitHub, Marlin, Mega Zero. And it built. Okay. So build here, firmware.bin. Okay, wait for this to build. Or to load, I guess. Aha! We have display! Initiate EEPROM. Whoop whoop! Running too much longer. Home X works. Home Y works. That sounded horrendous. But Z is homing. Fan is on. Why is that fan on? This one on underneath too? Yep, that one's on too. Oh, my table is so not level. Plastic crap. And, oh, crikey. The bed down. Okay, why does Y sound like that? X moves just fine. Okay, that moves just fine. X homes the wrong way now. All right, so I think we need to change the way X is homing. I gotta look here at my notes. Where's this one at here? So I'm gonna look at this other config that Brandon sent me. Where is that gonna be at? That's gonna be under, and then that's fine. H9, that's fine. 8080, all that's good. It's all fine. Take down the acceleration a little bit. Because we don't need to go like stupid fast. Oh, excuse me. And where is the... Okay. So go a little bit further down here. Let me switch you guys to here. Yeah, homing speed might be a little too fast as well. But I need to go down here and verify this. Okay. So Y was fine. That was fine. Directions were fine. I think let's invert. Let's invert X. I think that's what it was. I wanted to know it here. So homing stuff there. We can do quick home. Back those off because we're doing on what's it called with end stops, which is fine. That should be fine. I think it's just the travel was just too high. I think that's what it was. I think the travel was just set too high on that. I know, Jared, but again, I don't have a 0 to use on this. So let's go ahead and build this. And I want to reach here to like find a power button, but I don't have one. I'll get something figured out. I may end up just extending the where are we at here? So I may end up just extending this a little bit and then making a chamber in the back for the power switch to come in. That might end up being the best option, but I need to make this deeper and cordon it off because I don't want my high voltage and low voltage to be near each other. So I want them to be separated. So I might put like a wall in here, design something like that to keep those separate from each other. You can palm flash me everything right now. It is annoying. I'll give you that much right now. Safe homing is off. All right, so we're going to do configuration, advanced, initiate EEPROM, motion, auto home. So we're going to have to invert the homing because X is actually homing to, so it's homing on the left instead of the right. So what am I missing here? Just inverted it, and it's still not moving the way I want it to. So I want it to home front left, which is how they all should, but why is it homing the wrong direction? I know, but the homing, I just inverted it. Invert X direction, true. So if I do move axis, move X, still going the wrong way. Okay, so let's set this back to false. Let me make sure that Y moves the right way. Yeah. I need to move this Z end stop up a little bit because it is. I literally just did a print on this yesterday. Well, it could be, I just put a surface on there, so that could be why. So Y is fine. Let me change X back to false and rebuild that. Can I change that in the configuration, advanced, OC drivers? No. Recompile this now. Bend here. Try this again. Configuration, advanced, initiate EEPROM, should load in all my new settings, motion, auto home. Still goes the wrong way. There's no reset button on here. That's really annoying. Maybe while I'm at it, I'll switch out this screen. It's still going, no matter what I change it, it's still not changing direction. I literally just inverted it now, and it's still not changing direction. Positive should go that way. Alright, let's try it again. This is where insanity comes in. Invert X direction. True. Build. Not all bad, Aaron. Just marlin crap. Wires aren't the problem, Jim. I should be able to change it in firmware. No, you don't invert the homing direction, because if you invert the homing direction, then you're telling it's homing to max. Front left is 0, 0. That's minimum. I don't want to home at the max. I'm not ignoring you. It's just you're wrong. It's actually building the right one. 11, yeah, okay, it's the right time. Let's see if this works now. There we goes. That time it worked. I don't know why it wouldn't take before, but it's working now. Actually, we're going to do level the corners now real quick. See up too much. Corners. See if we're low enough now. Almost finished here. It's so quiet now. Oh my god. This is it's so quiet. You can't even hear it moving. I'm done on that. I just want to check temperature, fan speed. It does not turn on. It's trying to turn on. It's inverted. How is the fan control inverted? 0%, it's full blast. 100%, it's off. What is up with that? Is there a setting for that? I mean, I did enable controller fan, so that does make me wonder though. If that's wrong. Um, see what it says here. So fan 1 is PC7. So let me look at the, so I'm looking here. Cooling fan's supposed to go there. Hmm. I need to turn off controller fan, because that doesn't help. And then I need to look at the pins. So that's under pins 68. And it's not 68. What is it? Mini E3 V2. Oh, Aaron, you did it too, because I don't have it set up on here. Although alert box is enabled. But let's repeat the alert. There we go. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. Raspberry Pi Fund. So that's set to PC7. So all right, let's turn this off real quick, which means unplug it. Let's go under the hood for a minute. Brandon, Aaron's doesn't count because he said it's for Raspberry Pi. So parts cooling fan should be there, which is not. This should be here. This should be here, it says. Let's see what that does. Temperature, fan speed. Nothing. That one turned on. Yeah, so that's not right. Give it a second to think about it. All right, now it's working properly. Okay, let's seal this back up then. I did drop a screw, so I need to go find that. You going in? Why are you on? I turned you off. Weird. Super weird. Where's that screw that I just dropped? There it is. Oopla. Two, three, four. Okay. Well, that for the overall construction and togetherness, that's about it. I mean, I got to do the PID tune and stuff like that, but I'll just hook up to my computer to do that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. I don't have anything else planned, but everything is homing and working the way it should. So that's a positive. Why this cable is like 10 times longer than it needs to be there. But yeah, I mean, we power up okay. Fans are working as they should. We just need to test out things and see how they go. Yeah. So I think that was successful. I haven't done Marlin in a little while. But I'm okay with that. I'm still going to do a little more reading on the these other fan pins just to verify I have everything there correctly. But not too bad. All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a fun 3 hours. That's what it takes to convert. Well, printing takes what? Took about 3 hours to print this on 2 different printers. So 6 hours of print time. So we did a new board. We did a new firmware. We put on a flex sheet. Put in a new power supply. The heated bed. So got a lot done in 3 hours. Not too bad. Hope you guys join me tomorrow night. We'll go ahead and finish configuring this. We'll get Marlin working and maybe start a test print and see where we go from there. So I thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you get notifications. Upload new content where I do any of my live streams. If you guys want to hang out with us, there's a link down below for Discord. So if you want to go ahead and hang out with us on there, ask questions, build stuff, just hang out in general, feel free to head over to Discord. If you want to help me build things for the channel, buy stuff for here, you can do any donation links down below. Or like Aaron and Brandon, who are trying to force me to get a Bondtech LGX extruder for a printer that I don't know I'm going to put it on yet. But it'll be good fun once I get one. We'll see what we do with it. Thank you everybody for